Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I bid to Dr. Husna. My name is Zafirah Idzatty binti Zamri, and for today I am going to present my PRAAT. So, first step is to download the PRAAT software. To do this, we have to download from Google using the first URL given. It is called Downloading PRAAT for Windows. Once we double-click on Downloading PRAAT for Windows, it will bring us to a new window which is in a blue color. So I downloaded the first hyperlink given in the Windows, which is PRAAT6207 _win64.zip. The next step will bring me to this zip file. I chose to open this file and extract to my desktop. Once it is extracted, this icon, the pink icon with mouth and ear in it, will appear in my desktop. And before I continue to the next step, I downloaded my selected media that I have chose for part 1 for assignment 3. So once I finish download the MP3 version of selected media, I then double click on PRAAT and it brings me to two new tabs. First is PRAAT Objects and second is PRAAT Picture. In this assignment, I won't be using PRAAT Picture, and instead I am going to enlarge PRAAT Objects and go deeper in this analysis. Once I enlarged my PRAAT Objects, I click on Open and I chose Read from File. This will enable me to choose the MP3 version of the selected media that I have downloaded. Once it is downloaded in PRAAT, it will appear in a blue highlighted color, which next I will click on View and Edit. This is what comes up after I click on View and Edit. But this is not what I want to analyze. I want to go deeper in the analysis, and to do so, I will have to select few parts from the selected scene. The next slide will show how I do this. First, I highlighted the part that I want, which is the one in the red colored, and I then click on View and zoom in. The next slide will bring us to the part that I have chosen. Let's hear it. That is the part that I have chosen. So, once I zoom in, this will appear. The one with grayish and black colored diagram is what we called as spectrum. Well, as for spectrum, the darker the color of the spectrum, the higher the frequency used in the selected words or sentences or a phrase. So, to go deeper in this analysis, I then will move on to my next slide. Okay, previously, I have chosen this whole part where the teacher said, "Nice to see you again, Maria." And Maria replied, "Hello, Mrs. Lafferby." So I then re-choose for the second time for the selected media to go deeper in this analysis. And the red highlighted color is what I have chosen. I again zoom in, and as we can see, it is clearer. The wave is clearer. For example, this part. It is not that visible in the previous lights, but in this light, it is more visible. The gap is kind of huge comparing to the previous one. And for the spectrum, we can now see a thin line between lines, and the color becomes clearer. Okay. So, from the previous one, I have chosen where the teacher said, "Nice to see you again, Maria." But as I have said earlier, I want to go deeper and analyze on the sound pattern used. And we cannot really analyze the sound pattern if we didn't really zoom in words or sentences that is short enough for us to see the wave. So the third part that I have chosen is when the teacher called Maria. This is the part. And after I zoom in, it becomes more clearer. As we can see, the lines are better looking in this diagram. We can see that this part is the vibration of this part increases and it becomes darker. So this is actually when the teacher uses the word ear. Maria, Maria. This is where the vibration started. This is where the R is pronounced and the vibration for ear started. Maria. Okay, so that is all for my analysis on my selected media. Thank you for listening.